Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about propagation. I'm going to share it to you how I propagated my string of pearls and my donkey's tail. So this method that I'm going to share to you is based on my experience and based on what works for me. I already got the cuttings from my mother plant 2 days ago. I already air dry it, so this will help our cuttings to heal and seal and to keep the fungus and bacteria out, as well as to avoid from rotting. So when you get your cuttings, choose a long and matured stems. Also choose plump and firm leaves for the success of your propagation. This is my string of pearls. It's about 2 to 3 years old now. When I got this at first, it's just in a small nursery pot container. And I just repotted this once. As soon as I repotted this, it gives me a massive growth. And I cut this so many times from the bottom and use it for propagation. And it tends to be heavy where I cut it, cause it grows more stems, about 3 to 4 strands. When it gets heavy and long, I cut it again and use for more propagation. So first thing that we're going to do is simply get our stem cuttings. So we're going to choose cuttings that's already matured, long and healthy. So I'll get one cuttings from here. In between, you cut in between these two leaves. And next thing that you will do is remove the beads at least around an inch or 1 inch and a half. So we remove that beads on the top. And don't throw the beads because you can still plant this. And that's what you're going to do. So we're going to get our soil. The soil that I'm using here is just a general potting mix, but you can use a cactus or a specialized soil for cactus and succulent. So with this soil that I have, I mix it up with perlite, pumice, and I put some Epsom salt, because Epsom salt will help your plant grow healthy and promotes nice roots. So we have our soil ready and we have our cuttings. All you need is a sort of a stick, or maybe you can use chopstick to use to poke a hole in that soil. So like this, and then just put I usually start in the middle, and then I put my cuttings inside the hole and press it. And then I'm going to curl this one around. Curl it around and make sure that the stem is touching the soil. Like that. So remember, this method is a method that works for me. So I'm not expert in propagation, but this one really works for me. So my string of pearls really thrives when I do this kind of propagation. So I do another curl. Like this. And then next step is I'm going to get another cuttings, put it in the middle, poke a hole, stick that one there, and I'll leave it like that. So that's what I do. Just make it sure that the soil that you're using is a slightly moist, not wet, to avoid the pearls, string of pearls from rotting. And then after probably a week, you can water your string of pearls cuttings. So when you remove your beads, you can just leave it there, because sometimes they just grow as well. So leave that one there. Poke hole, and it's just that. So I have a string of pearls here that have a 3 strands. So what am I going to do with this? I'll cut this long one here, somewhere here, cut it, then remove the beads. I'll just leave the beads in that soil there, and just poke a hole, and that's about it. So that's how I do my propagation. It's really easy, and in no time, around maybe 3 to 4 months, you will have a very healthy and thick string of pearls. That's it, done. So I'm going to show you a pot that I propagated 3 to 4 months ago. So I have this here that I propagated. If you see, it's really long, really grow nicely and healthy, but there are lots of gap in the middle. So there's a gap there in the middle. So what am I going to do with this is I'm going to cut few from the bottom and stick it here. So I got a few here that have few strands, just like this. This is going to be heavy in long run. So I'm going to cut this. Cut it from here. As you can see, there's already like air roots coming up from the stem. And that beads, extra beads, I'll just put it in the soil. My soil is really dry. This plant is really need a drink. I'm going to do that later. So I'll poke a hole here, around here, and stick these cuttings. There. So that's how I do the maintenance for my plant, my string of pearls. So cut it here, remove the beads from the stems, and poke some hole. And that's about it. In no time, this will become thick on top. I also tried water propagation. So I propagated this same time as I propagated this string of pearls in the soil. I'll show you the roots. So I have nice roots there. Oh, beautiful roots. But if you notice, the propagation in the water didn't give me a long, it's not as long as the soil propagation. You compare the soil propagation and the water propagation. so different. So that's why I have to stick to soil propagation. Show you how I propagated my donkey's tail. So this one I propagated it approximately a year ago. So it grows healthy, very nice and healthy looking. So what you need is your soil. So you can use the cactus and succulent soil. So we still use the same method as what we use with the string of pearls. So we have our stem cuttings here. So all you need to do is remove these leaves from the stem, a few inches at least, and then the leaves that you got from this stem, don't throw it, just leave it in the pot, because they will grow, because these leaves will also grow some babies. So that is what you call a leaf propagation, but I'll just leave it in the pot. So just get us another stick, poke a hole a bit deep enough and press it down, and that's really it. So we will put few cuttings there, poke a hole, just press it down, and this one I will remove few leaves from the stems. That's really about it. It's just easy. Just make sure your soil is very well drained soil and slightly just slightly moist, not so wet. And then after probably a week, then you can water your cuttings. So I would like to put few cuttings in one pot. So that's it. It's done. So that's how I propagate my string of pearls and my donkey's tail. And before I go, guys, I would like to share to you one of my favorite plants.
But those days will not come back. We went out at night and day. We enjoyed the life. I remember in your car, looking on till we were tired. Baby, you're my lullaby, you're my daylight. I miss you, I miss you. I miss those days, I miss those days. I miss you, I miss you. I miss those days, I miss those days.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe and share and hit the like and notification bell. Happy Easter, and I will see you next time. Bye.